Slavery was not invented by white people. It did not. My purpose here is to simply tell the truth.
Oh, are you now? My bad, I'll get to thanking y'all and apologizing in a little bit. If I'm making a video about it, you know what time it is. And seeing as the 6 distinct people I'm responding to right now combined for a total of 0 hours of research, I'm about to ether all y'all shit at the same time.
Slavery was not invented by white people.
And we already got a fucking miss. Candace spends a minute 39 seconds talking about this very point, and later on in the video goes on to say,
No one, regardless of skin color, stands guiltless. Yet today we are never told to consider the murderous Persian Empire or the cannibalism of indigenous tribes. We're told that slavery is a white phenomenon.
But considering it's a given that everyone I'm talking to probably doesn't know how history or language works, let me explain something to you real quick. When talking about slavery in the context of American politics, which is the main fucking thing PragerU deals with, no one has made the claim that slavery never existed before the tyrannical white people started it in America. But they act as though that's the claim so that conservatives have something easier to attack while tacitly justifying slavery. Because if we lived in the same house and you stole $500 from me and I said, hey, you stole $500 from me, that's a big reason why you now have more money than I do. And then you said, theft existed back in the biblical times. Theft existed before Christopher Columbus. And you were never told about it. You didn't say any of that theft. You don't have a problem with that theft. Any reasonable person would look at you like a fucking moron. Because the conversation about what happened in the Ottoman Empire does not pertain to the black-white relations in the United States.
When the intrepid explorer landed in the Bahamas, the native Taino tribe hoped that he would help them defeat their aggressive neighbors, the Caribs. The Caribs enslaved the Taino and, on occasion, served them for dinner.
Whoa.
Assuming there was any fucking research done, you couldn't have missed this. But then again, there fucking wasn't. But in true PragerU fashion, while we tacitly justify slavery, let's also tacitly justify genocide. Keep that word in your mind, by the way.
The word slave actually comes from the Slavs of Eastern Europe.
Slavic.
Millions of them, all white by the way, were captured and enslaved by Muslims in the 9th century.
This is the reason why, because I've never understood this shitty argument. Black people are complaining about slavery, but the word slave actually came from Slavs, which were white people, so you know. Cool, bucko, and the word genocide was developed during World War II, and the person who created the word used the genocide that the Ottoman Empire committed against Armenians to develop the definition of the word. Jewish and Native American people complain about genocide, but the original term was derived from the Armenians, so therefore fucking nothing, because where a word originated from does nothing to change the fact that that's an institution that black people had to suffer through in the United States, thus putting them in shitty positions for the rest of history. Oh, and the United States government did much more than just slavery to black people, so either way, it's still fucking stupid.
That makes sense.
White people were the first to formally put an end to slavery.
You do know that?
In 1833, Britain was the first country in the
I'm learning, man.
Britain was the first country in the history of the world to pass a Slavery Abolition Act. They were quickly followed by France. Then, of course, came the 13th Amendment in the United States Constitution. White men led the world in putting an end to the abhorrent practice.
No, they didn't! Many countries abolished the slave trade at different times, but Haiti was the first nation in the entire world to officially abolish slavery. Those are not white men. That was in 1804. Then came Chile. Not white men. Then Central America, which at the time consisted of Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. Not white men. Then Uruguay. Then Bolivia. Then Greece. Then Mexico. Not white men. Then slavery ended in the United Kingdom. Then Tunisia. Then France. Then Argentina, Peru, Venezuela. Look, the Dred Scott decision. Then the United States. I wasn't aware that the truth included the part where you're fucking lying.
I'm learning, man.
No, the fuck you're not. This is propaganda.